In an ancient time, when a terrible evil threatens the land, only one man can save the world.
Say what? Get out of here.
What? What's the meaning of this?
Oh, we'll just take off that broken record.
I say.
Here, hold my earrings while I take this monster down. I've got your back, darling. We just might burn down this town. Oh no, oh yeah. When you're up against a challenge and you need a helping hand, we've got an arsenal of fireballs, steel stilettos, and a cat. Oh yeah.
Hi, and welcome to Here Hold My Earrings. My name is Al, and I'm your DM today. With me are Henrietta, Yvonne, Laura, Daria, Sophie, and Ida. Henrietta?
Hi, I'm Henrietta. I'm from Norway, and I play Miali, a moon elf wizard.
Yvonne?
Hi, I'm Yvonne from Canada, and I play Cracker, a half-orc barbarian.
Laura?
Hi, I'm Laura from Germany, and I play Byleth, a tiefling wizard.
Daria?
Hi, I'm Daria. I'm from Poland, and I play a tiefling sorcerer named Zenis.
Sophie?
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm from Wales, and I play a human wizard named Charlotte.
And Ida.
Hi, I'm Ida. I'm from Sweden, and I play a wood elf cleric named Lilith.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah, we started in the camp after we managed to get Lady Alyssa a great deal from Lord Cassander, and we started to question what we were going to do now. Violet created a tiny hut for us to discuss our next move. We were torn between helping Lord Neverember and Lady Alyssa, and we started to talk about our options. We do not know that we do not trust Lady Alyssa, but we aren't sure if we can trust Lord Neverember either. We do know there are a lot of soldiers in the camp, and we know that we can't just throw a fireball and wipe them out. We talk about spying on Lady Alyssa to figure out if she's a good or a bad leader, but eventually we reached the decision to stay faithful to our promise to Lord Neverember. And he had actually given us permission to kill the Alagandar family. So we started to talk about how to kill Lady Alyssa. We also think it's a good idea to have Lord Cassandra on our side, and we discussed plans back and forth. The one thing we are sure about is that we are going to kill Lady Alyssa, and hopefully her soldiers will leave once she's dead and she isn't the leader anymore. Especially since Lady Alyssa is the only true heir of the Alaganda family. After some maybe not so good of planning, Zenis cast invisibility on Charlotte, who, with a bottle of poison, disappears to find out more about Lady Alyssa and perhaps kill her. Charlotte leaves the tiny hut all by herself to investigate Lady Alyssa's tent. She sneaks past the soldiers inside the tent, where she finds a letter written by someone who cares about Lady Alyssa, making everything much harder. She also finds a ring that you can use to seal wax letters with. And when she investigates the ring, Charlotte gets stung and poisoned. She feels a cold spread through her body and she's frozen on the spot. Luckily for her, she's invisible, and the guards don't see her when she drops the ring on the floor. When Charlotte has been unfrozen, she moves to the feast where Lady Alyssa is. And when she comes into the feast area, she can see Lady Alyssa at the table facing the room. Charlotte tries sneaking up on her, and she can either do it from behind her or in front of her. So she goes with in front of her. However, when she's standing there, two servants are running around with food and beverage, and they're coming in Charlotte's direction. She tries to avoid them, but she can't, and everything goes south. A plate with a goose flying high up in the air, and Charlotte gets gravy on her dress. And the soldiers understand that something is happening because there's gravy in the air. They get all tense and tries to see who is it, and Charlotte has to reveal herself. She says that she wanted to surprise Lady Alyssa with a song, and she starts singing "For She's a Jolly Good Fellow," and the guard starts cheering. Lady Alyssa invites Charlotte to sit down at the table with her and tell her to be careful and don't do any surprises like that. During this time, the rest of the party didn't even think about the fact that anything could have happened to Charlotte. Mealy was reading, Cracker did some stretching and talked with Baldy. Lilith investigated her magic armor, Sinise was sure that Charlotte would be fine, and Violet was playing with her pearl and trying to keep track of the time. Eventually, the party gets a message from Charlotte, and Sinise received the message. Sinise tells the party that Charlotte didn't make it, and the party first thought Charlotte died, but apparently she only failed the quest. The rest of the party joined Charlotte at the feast, and Lady Alyssa tells us all to sit down. Cracker sits down with the soldiers and tries to find out more about them. She talks with a guy named Big John, and he tells her that most of the soldiers are mercenaries, and once they've taken Neverwinter, they plan on retiring and going home. The rest of the party tries to figure out what to do next. Should we go to Leylon and meet the ships, or should we try killing Lady Alyssa? After some discussing with silent messengers, we agree that we should try to kill the last heir of Alagander, and that's where we are now.
Excellent. Well done. Lilith gets a point of inspiration.
Thank you.
Yes. So you, the party are torn between being faithful to their promise to Lord Neverember, as Ida mentioned, and of course this so-called new alliance that has been put in place. They even went so far as to help secure a further alliance on behalf of Lady Alyssa with Lord Kazandar, one of the masked lords of Waterdeep, a very powerful and rich city just a bit further south along the Sword Coast. And of course, the deal resulted in a promise to deliver hundreds of men, ships, and tens of thousands of gold pieces and supplies and armor, which presumably will be enough to help Lady Alyssa achieve her goal of retaking Neverwinter. But so much for that deal. And of course, Charlotte will no longer have to deal with Lord Kazandar and his amorous ways. So, what's the plan, gang? Chirp, 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 chirp.
Tell me who to bash and when.
Excellent. Thank you.
I don't want to run in and get a tongue lashing later.
We had a plan.
Waiting
Well,
for the
I think
signal from Mom.
I think at this stage there isn't a plan, so it would be helpful to come together and coalesce around one. Once one is agreed, I also agree you might want to stick to it if you don't want to get, chastised later by Ida. And she raised some good points, actually, as you were going down. So,
I mean, we still have the poison. We could just try that again in a better situation.
what do you think, Daria? Or what does Zenise think, I should say?
She thinks it's not a good time now, especially when we are all on the feast.
Right. Yeah, it's very between the number of men there and probably considering the fact that Charlotte already had a bit of a mishap that luckily avoided anything more serious than a slight admonishment from Lady Alyssa to not turn invisible again. It would seem to be pushing one's luck to try twice at the same feast.
Probably probably we could try at night when everybody is asleep, or at least most of the soldiers or mercenaries.
Mm,
I like that
yes.
plan.
Mhm.
Darkness, the ally of the evil, dirty deeds.
Hmm.
You know, it used to be in previous versions if you wanted to play the assassin class, which was a separate class, not a subclass. Although it kind of was a subclass of what was called a thief, not a rogue. You had to be an evil alignment. Okay. What's the plan, guys? Come on. Henrietta.
To kill her while she's sleeping. I guess she's going to have some guards outside her tent. So are we killing them as well? Or are we trying to sneak in?
The two people can try to sneak in, and if it doesn't work, the rest of us can go in.
Yeah, I think it's better to go with 2 people and have the party close by.
Can wait for night, I guess.
Which is not too far off. I mean, you guys are, it's getting, the sun sets earlier these days. You guys have been having a little bit of a celebration for a while. People are tired. There are a lot of, everybody's wounded. Like every soldier sitting there has a couple of nicks and scratches and a bandage or two. And quite a few of them are so seriously ill that they have to be held up by some of their fellows, or they're participating by lying on a bench nearby and being fed by a couple of carers. It's a celebration of survival, but at the same time, it's an acknowledgement of the fact that a lot of people died today, or 2 days ago, I should say. They're still burying the bodies.
Guess we just have to wait for everyone to go to sleep.
Mm. Would it be smart to try to disguise ourselves as guards? Or would that be kind of risky again?
Might be kind of hard. I mean, everyone's seen us, right? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it might help
I
us
mean,
get
with
out of
the
here.
disguise self thingy.
We could try.
We
My
So who's
favorite
going there?
phrase,
Yeah.
you can always try.
Mhm.
You want to take a dive into a pool of lava? You can always try.
Worked that well.
Really, it should have just been like the closing scene of Terminator 2.
Right, so who's sneaking in?
Yes.
I'm not stealthy enough.
Yeah, well, you're definitely not, because you're wearing armor. The rest of you are reasonably stealthy.
Do I know if the tent is guarded from every angle? Like from every side?
So this is a good point. What you see there is just a representation of the surviving honor guard that are on duty. If you're paying attention, you will notice that they do rotations and patrols around the tents, and then of course the camp itself has its own picket line, which you've seen before, and also you see currently. The picket line is definitely thinner because there are far fewer soldiers. Also, there's a lot of activity now that the feast is starting to break up. A lot of the more seriously wounded are going back to the makeshift tents that have been set up as a field hospital. Some of the other more senior-looking soldiers, who there aren't that many of them left, seem to be retiring to some tents or moving their belongings from one tent to another tent. And you see a number of the least experienced, rougher, more peasantry-looking militia being assigned guard duty. They kind of grumble about it. And then a few of the other ones that are maybe a little bit less well off, less capable, they're being assigned grave digging duty to continue burying the literally hundreds of bodies. The Queen says to all of you, "Would you mind coming back to my command tent? I'd like to have a word."
Sure.
Sounds good.
And she steps into the command area. You can see it's been terribly burnt. One of the 4 main tents that make up the little complex is completely burnt, and in the 2 days that you've been away and back, almost, they've dismantled it and taken away all the ruins. There are a few guards standing around the other tents, some of them clearly paying attention to the outside, but also keeping half an eye on you while you come in. And she's in this tent here, which seems to serve as the makeshift office. This is more of a dining area for herself and her sleeping area. The ground here is all scorched. Where the tent actually was, there's still some smoldering embers, but most of it's died out. But the dust swirls every time there's a strong breeze, and the soot sticks to you. If you walk through it, it definitely adheres to your boots. When the wind blows through strongly, some of it flies up and causes a little bit of a choking hazard or a sneezing hazard, and it certainly gets on your clothing a little. We're over here.
Coming.
I'm gonna keep in the back because the cardinal doesn't like me.
He eyes you suspiciously as his gaze is very intent and narrow. Thank you. And as you approach, the other fellow who's with the 2 of them that you haven't been introduced to, but you've seen around the camp, he stops speaking. Lady Alyssa says, "It's all right, Colonel. Our new allies should be apprised of the tactical situation." Yes, Mum. As I was saying, we did take some quite heavy losses. Final tallies are in. We lost 132 men in the battle, most during the initial surprise, when they were still asleep and unarmored. Another 14 died of their wounds later. We currently have 47 wounded, most of whom are unfit for duty. So total casualties number 179. The walking wounded we didn't really count, as everyone seems to be a bit hurt, obviously, including yourself, Mum. And then he goes, and he kind of puts his hand up to his face like he's telling a secret, but it's no secret because you're all right there. They, and he points at you guys, killed quite a few of your personal guard as well as the sentries. And while they are our allies now, a few of the men are still sore about it. Apparently, Cookie, the chef, was especially popular and was burned to death while in one of the tents that caught fire from their magical explosions. As I was saying, of the surviving count, we have 394 men, not counting the honor guard, who of course are with you now. Between the grave detail and those who are resting, having done the heaviest fighting, frankly, we barely have enough men to cover the night watch. Rather than take a smattering from each company as we normally do, I've assigned the guard to the militia. They complained, of course, but they are currently the largest single intact force we have, and I thought it best to keep it under one chain of command, at least for tonight, until we can complete all the battlefield promotions and get a new chain of command in place. Right. While our casualties were 179, as I mentioned, we did manage to kill 150 or so orcs. Plus, we captured another 48 or so just around 200. This was in part due to the actions of our new allies, of course, who did manage to take out quite a few. Normally, we would not do nearly so well, at least until the demon had started helping us. so there is that small boon. Of course, the numbers don't tell the full story, since, as you may have noticed, nearly 2/3 of the men killed were the more veteran soldiers, including quite a few of our best non-commissioned officers who died trying to rally the defense of the camp. And Captain Mullen also didn't make it, I'm sorry to say. Got his head split in while trying to save one of the new recruits from being hacked to death by 3 orcs. Mum, to be honest, with the loss of so many veterans and experienced mid-level non-coms and officers, we're in a bit of a bad way. We could try to gang press some of the locals, but the pickings are a bit slim, seeing as Neverwinter has already come through here doing the same. And of course, the locals have already suffered losses at the hands of the orcs and the Black Mold over the last year. What shall I do with the orc prisoners? Most of them are quite seriously injured, with many suffering burns, and many are also blinded. Plus, they're starting to complain about being hungry, and, well, we know how much orcs eat. Well, thank you, Colonel Wainwright. Please convey my gratitude, of course, again to the men, and set a watch schedule for my tent that allows some of the remaining honor guard to get some rest. As for having the militia keep watch, I trust your judgment. While they'll grumble about it, truthfully, most of them are a bit green and probably wouldn't sleep much tonight anyway. It's a good use of their nervous energy. But keep the pickets out at their maximum range. I appreciate it's hard to keep a solid line with such few men, but I'd rather know early if we're going to have visitors again. And bring the survivors in a bit closer to my tents. I know we really didn't have time to deal with it initially, but try doubling up on the tents and leaving the other empty tents abandoned further out. We'll take them down later. We can use the fires and the carnage as an excuse. I think that given all of our losses, it's best if the men sleep with somebody that they recognize nearby rather than be reminded of the losses by staring at an empty bunk where their colleagues were just a few days ago. As for the orc prisoners, I'm inclined to execute them. We didn't really have a strong supply situation before. While we did lose a third of our force, unfortunately, I've just had a report from our quartermaster, and the fires destroyed not just the tents, but apparently some of the storage facilities. Apparently the salt fish was spared, but much of the grain went up in smoke, along with a significant portion of the barley and the winter vegetables. The parsnips didn't make it, I heard. I'm sure that's no great loss to anyone. As for Captain Mullen, I'm very sorry to hear that. He was a good man. Been with us from the beginning, as I recall. Here, take this. And she hands him a pearl earring. Have Cardinal Brokovar deliver this to his widow. Hopefully, it will help feed the family for a while. And I am sorry about Cookie. If his stews were a bit bland, at least they were filling, and he did always manage to find me some herbs for my tea. I appreciate the men are unhappy, but please remind them that thanks to our new allies, we are no longer beholden to that demon, and they have helped us broker a deal to bring in new mercenaries to bolster our force. With the new troops and ships and supplies, we stand a good chance of retaking Neverwinter, or at least creating the distraction we need to capture Neverember and recover the crown. With those, we can force Neverember to relinquish control and regain the throne. Very good, Mum. How should we dispose of the orcs? The Med would happily deal with them, but I've sent most of them to get some rest while the others are already on guard duty and grave-digging duty. Let me have a word with our allies. My friends, it's a terrible, horrible deed, but would you mind disposing of these horrid monsters? They've slaughtered innocent men and women and children over the last year. They've even eaten their flesh. They attacked our camp in the night, killed more of my men and women. We owe them no mercy as they have shown us none. And we frankly don't have the food to spare, even if we wanted to.
Sure, we can kill him.
Why can't we be good?
It's an order from a queen. You have to obey.
From Queen you want to kill later. I love it.
But if we do, she will trust us even more.
You get me.
Ooh.
Mm.
Wow, there's a lot of eyebrow raising going back and forth, I can see. Anybody have any objection? Speak now or forever hold your sword. Or axe. Sorry, Yvonne.
Anti-sword or anything.
Huh?
I'm not like anti-sword, so it's okay. I just assumed.
You're just pro axe.
I'm just pro axe. Yeah.
I'm sure the sword crowd will be pleased to hear that. Well, then, very good. Colonel Wainwright, would you mind showing them to the captives and, well, I trust you to be efficient. We have been rummaging through the pockets of the slain orcs. Anything we manage to collect, we give over to Cardinal Brockover here. And of course, he can pass them on to the widows and families of the deceased. If you find anything useful in terms of intelligence, of course, please bring that to me.
I have a question.
Yes, of course.
Queen. Are you planning on getting your brother back?
Oh. Oh.
How?
I mean, it's not that I'm against the idea. I'm not so much anti-brother as I am pro Neverwinter Crow. And she sort of winks at Cracker.
Right. So
You-
your brother would hinder you
you-
from getting that?
Well, it's just that we haven't got the resources, have we? I mean, he's
Oh.
got a massive flying dragon. You saw that. Several of you were, well, you were taken from us, and luckily the Cardinal here was able to bring you back. But
Very scary.
first of all, the dragon's very powerful, and that orc chieftain is not like anything I've ever seen before. I suspect he may have been the actual leader of the entire orc confederation. For months now, we've been getting reports that the orcs had come together in this sizable force precisely because they were drawn in by the charisma and strength and, of course, the desperation of their own experience with the Black Mold, under the leadership of one extremely powerful orc leader, and we think that may have been him. We've taken to calling him Chief Gore because, of course, everywhere he goes, he just slaughters people. For all we know, that's his real name. It's not entirely unreasonable for an orc. Well, you'd know better than I would. And again, she looks at Cracker. If he really is the one who brought them all together with his dragon, we've just got soldiers. I mean, we managed to wipe out the remainder of his force and capture most of it. They were very, very difficult to defeat, as you saw. I think that may have been his personal bodyguard. I'm a queen in name only, but he's a true chieftain, leader of many tribes brought together. Tribes who very often would rather spend time killing each other than fighting an external enemy. And by all accounts, the siege of Neverwinter, included thousands of orcs and ogres and wargs and their other allies. And there was even some report of several white dragons, not the one you saw, but smaller ones, possibly consorts to that one, who fought in the battle. I think they were slain, but it wasn't a very easy battle at all. So, as far as I'm concerned, I would love to get Alistair back. To be honest, Alistair has never been the best part of our family. But even I wouldn't leave him to his devices with that horrible creature, and who knows why he took him away. But what are we going to do? We run up into the hills chasing after him. It'll take us months. We haven't got the supplies, and we're supposed to meet Lord Kazanda's forces at Leylon, you said, and assault Neverwinter. I mean, he's not going to keep them on the payroll while we go herring off for half a year, trying to rescue my wayward brother who managed to somehow get himself impregnated by a demon. Who ever heard of such a thing? So, one thing at a time. We've got one problem to deal with. First, Neverwinter, then get a base, and then we'll deal with the black mold, and, well, I guess Alistair he'll keep. I mean, he is my brother after all. I'm sure if the chieftain took him for any reason, it would have been more likely for ransom rather than just to slay him. So if he was going to be killed, he would have been killed already.
That's very wise of you, my queen.
Well, thank you. Leadership is a heavy burden, and one does have to make difficult decisions. Oddly enough, they become easier over time. I hate that happened, but it's true. Right. Well, is there anything else, Colonel? No, Mum. I think that covers it all. I'll lead the. How should we refer to you? Do you have a group name? Or don't want to call you the mercenaries. We seem to have quite a few of those floating around already. Right.
Do we have a group name?
Crickets, then. I'll call you Crickets.
We are the crickets.
Right. I'll lead the crickets away. Follow me, young cricket. Who was that? Well done. Who was that? Seriously, who was it?
I think it was Sophie.
You're not in trouble. Speak up.
Yeah, it was
Was-
me.
All right. Sophie, you got a point of inspiration.
Thank you.
Boy, the way she clammed up, she was like, "Oh my God, I got in trouble.
I'm in trouble. That's quiet.
I'm just gonna hide in the back of the classroom and hope he picks on somebody else." Sophie, there's only 6 of you, right? So like, if you don't own up to it, if you do get in trouble and you don't own up to it, it means somebody else is going to get framed.
That's fine.
So that's fine if somebody else gets framed.
Like that one time where she accused me. I'll never forget. Never mind.
One for one, one for all.
I still love you. Heart. Do a heart. You can't see it, but you will get it like in 2 weeks or something.
I feel it.
Oh.
Very weird. Okay. Moving right along. Cardinal, is there anything on your end? And he sort of shakes his head. Last rites have been administered. There's nothing else to do. I would recommend, if you can get them to do so, bring them over to the pit and execute them there. Their bodies are bloody heavy, and the gravediggers are complaining that it's already enough work just digging the actual graves. Good idea. I don't know if you can manage it. So far, they're under the impression probably that they're prisoners of war, Not sure what they expected, considering they usually don't take prisoners themselves, except to keep them as livestock and eventually to chop them up and throw them into stews. But yes, as the Cardinal said, we have a large common grave for the orcs. Of course, men are being given last rites and proper individual burial plots, unless they preferred to be cremated as per their religious preferences. But the orcs, well, I mean, they're orcs. No offense. And they, well, I mean, we don't even know who they are, so does it really matter? We don't know anything about their burial preferences. For all we know, they prefer to be buried together. If you can lead them to the graves and then kill them there, that would save a lot of effort. These orcs are apparently quite heavy, and we only have so many people doing grave detail.
Can try.
Good. Well, it's agreed then. Is there anything else? Oh, we haven't planned the actual assault. Since you're here, before everyone breaks. So you're going to meet the forces at Leylon?
Yeah.
One thing we could do, just a suggestion. What do you think, Colonel? Should we? Yes, Mom, I think it is a good plan, and it makes the most sense. Right. So, Lord Kazanda may or may not actually accompany the mercenary. I don't think he will. That's not really his style, but it's possible. I can't go to Leylon. I'd be recognized immediately, and even if we managed to take over the village, which shouldn't be an issue, even with the few men we have left, the chances of someone escaping are extremely high, and then Neverwinter will be completely on alert. It would be much better if I could go and deal with rounding up the rest of our men, bringing them closer to Neverwinter and preparing a small camp, so that when the forces arrive at Leylon, they can watch up the road, and we'll meet them at our camp. But if you could just intercept them and give them the instructions to do so, and we'll give you a little map as to where we're expecting to meet them later, and then have the ship sail up and form a barricade, that would be helpful. Now, once that's done, come back to me, and then what we'll do is we'll launch the attack. I don't know if we have enough men, frankly, to take Neverwinter, but we may have enough men to keep everyone busy just long enough that a specialized strike team consisting of several of my bodyguard and you lot could get into Neverwinter, capture Neverember himself, recover the crown, and then bring them both to me. The crown will help impress upon the population that their true and rightful ruler has returned, and of course, if we have Neverember in our presence, he'll have no choice but to surrender. I needn't tell you, I'm certain, that he must be brought back alive, and he isn't in the best of health. Apparently, he had a heart attack or I think he may have been killed briefly from an exploding book. Someone said something about that. I don't know if that's true. That seems like one of those tales parents tell their children about learning too much.
That sounds like a great plan. We can do that.
Good, good. Well, I believe the crown is actually being held in the Museum of Neverwinter, so there should be some security, but it's not like trying to break into the fort. Unfortunately, Neverember himself will be heavily guarded. But the crown first. We can always get Neverember later.
Mhm.
Excellent. Right. I'd better head off and get some sleep. I'll see you everyone in the morning before we all set off, and we'll break camp, Colonel. Yes, Mom. and we'll slowly make our way to the new campground, and the rest of you can head out first thing to Leylon. Safe travels. Good luck.
Thank you. Let's go kill some orcs.
You're going to kill the
Alright.
orcs for real and then go back and kill her? Yeah, why not?
Well,
Kill them all. Kill everybody.
Everyone.
We could. Well, I'm not gonna say that here, but as we go, I'm going to whisper also that when we are leading the orcs to the canyon, we could release them into the tent of the queen, and they can kill the queen, and we will keep our hands clean.
Good idea.
Oh my
Make it
god.
look like an accident.
Yeah.
we could be suddenly overpowered.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
We can't trust the orcs to kill the queen for us, though.
Maybe use love potion on them.
This is getting more and more. You girls are
Mm.
like crazy dangerous. The level of twisting and turning in your deviousness is impressive, honestly. Very impressive. Even I'm actually a little bit terrified now.
We definitely need like a plan A and plan B and stuff
Hmm.
if things
Probably
go
a
wrong.
plan C, knowing us.
Yes, I thought so too.
And an extra character on the side.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, orcs aren't super great at following women. So I don't know if this is going to work if we release them. They're not going to really listen to us.
Maybe that could make us a distraction, and then we still do the main part, but everyone's a bit more distracted by the orcs.
Eliminate a few more soldiers.
Right.
So you're gonna get innocent soldiers killed? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. I mean, you come this far, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's,
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Are you desperate
Yeah.
though?
I think that if we just get her map and let Never Ember know where she is, he'll take care of that.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I'm just afraid if we kind of let the orcs be a distraction, the guards are going to kind of tighten their grip around her.
Yeah.
And they won't trust us.
Close.
True.
No. So I think we just need to kill the orcs and either kill her tonight in her sleep, or we tell Never Ember where she is.
And delay the Leylon force.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Zanice, you can also contact Never Ember with your cool
Yes.
telepathic thing. Okay.
No, but I have a sending spell.
Okay. Very cool.
25 words.
I'm sorry we have betrayed you. It was an accident.
We didn't think things through.
I mean, we haven't betrayed him yet. Not
No.
really.
Not really.
We're pretending. This is pretend.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have a plan.
We just like side quests, so we kind of wanted to complete that one too.
Yeah.
So we,
We're complete. We're completionists.
yeah,
100%.
so just couldn't let it be. So kind of
Needed that
got the
achievement
queen to my
too.
lives. Yeah. Well, we did get some gems
Mhm.
from it, so quest reward.
Quest reward. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Okay, so Colonel Wainwright, will lead you back towards the area where the orcs first arrived. We thought it would be easiest just to create the mass grave up here, since these tents are now abandoned and all of the damage, plus there were so many dead bodies anyway. And there you go.
Oh,
The orcs are actually being held on this side. And there are two sentries kind of watching. They're all tied, chained up, sitting on the ground. Their legs are chained, their hands are chained. They're looking obviously very defeated. Several of them are quite hungry. There was one orc that actually looks like it expired from its wounds, and several of them are trying to gnaw on it without being seen. Right. I'll leave you to it then. Thanks very much. The sentries kind of keep an eye on you, but they don't really want to be near this, so they kind of move away a bit. You see that the sentries are spread out so that one sentry can always see the other two sentries along the picket line. Oh, Princess Charlotte, could you possibly join us?
of course.
If her highness would deign to join us.
I'm coming. Ugh.
Even your sound exhausted.
Very ladylike.
Uh,
I'm a little bit under the weather. Stop that.
hear. No, you just sound sick. It's like, I wasn't trying to make it something else.
It sounded like you.
You stop
bit.
that. Okay. There you go. So basically it's you, a bunch of chained orcs. Somebody say something? Oh, somebody blowing their nose. Was that you, Sophie, blowing your nose?
I wasn't blowing my nose. I was just sniffling like
Oh,
this.
oh, both pathetic and disgusting. Well done.
Thanks.
I genuinely hope everybody feels a lot better. Okay. So it's just you and the orcs. The nearest sentries are, 50, 60 feet away.
Chained together, but they could move. They could walk.
They're individually chained. They're not chained together.
Okay.
So they've got chains and ropes holding their arms behind their backs, and chained. Their legs are mostly chained at the ankles. So they can't even really stand up very easily without help. And they won't be able to walk at all. You'd have to either get them to hop voluntarily, or you'd have to carry them or do something else, or free their legs. Of course, they don't have any weapons. They've been stripped of their armor.
Oh, for a druid right now.
Well, didn't Lilith get the druid spell? The awesome druid spell?
I was just thinking, can we dig another pit right here?
Which awesome druid spell.
Mold earth?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah. We don't have to mold them at all. We can just dig some graves here.
Wait, why are they digging the graves here, eh? Suddenly we're standing in some graves, eh? How was that, Yvonne?
Terrible.
Oh, I thought that was rather good.
I think we should still talk to them a little bit at A and find out what we can from them.
You're the only one that can talk to them, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be entertaining.
Yeah, great.
And just in case anybody from Canada ever hears this, we apologize in advance.
Terrible slang. Well, I'm not even gonna go crazy.
The stereotyping.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. So I approach is there any one of them that looks kind of like a leader of any of the other ones?
Um,
Or are they all kind of just
well, you know what they say about people who, when you're naked, everybody looks the same.
all right, there you go.
They're not quite naked, but if you want to try to roll some sort of a check to see if you can
Insight, yeah.
yeah, insight's not a
Ugh,
bad one. Yeah.
Insight's the worst. Okay.
Or if you want to make an argument for something else, that's fine.
Survival. I think survival would work because it's something that I would know being a half orc. from
It's a
my
stretch, but I'll let you
family.
have it this one. It was
Well, the dice don't lie. So,
I think I think you failed your deception check for the dice gods.
yeah, I think so too.
The DM bought it, but the dice gods didn't.
Okay. So I'm gonna stand about here. I don't want to get too close. Because even with their arms tied, I could probably be taken out. So just
They're all wounded, by the way.
yeah, I know, but headbutts hurt.
Okay.
So hey, you bunch of keeners. You know how this goes. Hey. At the end of the battle, whoever's left, you're gonna meet your final end here. Does anybody have any last words?
Give us something to eat. Eh?
You mean like a last meal?
Well, doesn't have to be a last meal, but sure.
That's really not on the table, so to speak, hey? No. Any gods you want to pray to? Anything you want to tell me about that guy who flew away?
What, Chief Gore?
Oh,
Eh?
that's really his name?
Sure. Why not?
Is that what you call him?
Well, that's what everyone calls him. That's his name.
Where's he from? He was
Are you
magnificent.
sure you're an orc? Eh?
Sort of. Whatever. Close enough. 6 1, half dozen of the other.
1, 3.
I give her like an orc, hey?
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Look, when are we gonna be transferred out of here? We need to get back home and I don't know, deal with some bills. Whatever. I think I might have left a house plant unwatered. Eh?
Today. You're not telling me anything that would keep you alive.
Oh, what do you want to know?
How many are there left? Are there forces that weren't here?
Oh, yeah. There were hundreds, thousands even.
Really working with Neverember.
Who?
That guy in the big city. Big tall guy. I'm annoying.
What guy? What city?
Interesting. So where are the rest of these guys? Thousands where?
Well, seeing as how the black mold seems to be receding a little bit, we decided to try to head back home, but also because we couldn't take that big fort. And he sort of jerks his head in the direction of Neverwinter. Gore said that all the food we'd ever want would be in there. So we wouldn't have to starve no more and watch our children starve. So, well, we figured we might as well take it, eh? But also, since, some of the guys from Luskin up north, they said they might help us out. They even gave us some shiny weapons.
Shiny weapons in Luskin?
Well, they're orc weapons, so they're not that shiny, but they're brand new orc weapons. I've never seen an orc sword that was that new looking. Which is weird because you'd have to go through a lot of trouble to make an orc sword. You could have just given us this plain old axe. We would have been fine with that. Heck,
That's
I would have even just used a tree branch as a club.
thinking. Who's making these swords?
Oh, don't know, right, Lee? I mean, we got them from some half orcs like you from Luskin. There was a fella with a red cape, uh, cowl, cloak, that's the word. You know, the flowing clothing that sits on top of your other clothing. Like some of you guys are wearing.
Did you catch where he was from, eh?
Above my pay grade, eh?
I hear you. Well, you know how this goes, right? Thanks for being a good sport. And
Sure, no worries.
yeah. I just got to talk to my friends here, eh?
Yeah, take your time, not going anywhere. And then sort of like leans over and he shows you his tied hands.
Thanks there. Go easy.
And he nods and then goes back to talking to his mates. What was that about? I don't know. She had lots of questions, eh?
Right. So I relay all of this information to the group. So I don't think they're definitely not in cahoots with Neverember. Remember that guy who floated away?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. That's where I think they got the swords.
So you want to swing your axe now?
It's that or a fireball.
Ooh,
And they're all together.
nice and tightly clumped.
Mm.
Maximum damage.
I'm just gonna back.
Ida's a very practical person. I love that.
Well, I'm not
You can
wasting that much power on the orcs.
you can tell Ida in real life has actually been around a big bonfire. The cinders, they get everywhere. They can set your hair on fire.
It's just me. I'm the only one. Chief executioner. Great.
I'll use my dagger.
Yeah, me too.
All right. We should move them away from each other. And I turn and look at Ida.
Ida?
Are you
Lilith?
sorry. Lilith. Lilith, did Lilith make a little pit?
I haven't made a pit yet.
Okay. This is kind of far over here. I don't think we can get them that far.
I mean, you could just pick them up and drag them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drag them by their feet. Two of you can drag them by their shoulders. I mean, you're strong enough to drag one of them by their shoulders. They're all looking at you now. Hey, I
And
don't
I'm
think they're
thinking-
gonna feed us. You think? But then, what was it? What? Why
can
is she
tell.
holding her axe? Oh, maybe she's gonna free us. You numbnuts. She's not gonna free us. They're gonna kill us. What? No. We surrendered. Aren't the humans supposed to let us go if we surrender? Guess not. All right, everybody scramble. And they start wriggling their way on the ground very, very slowly, like a bunch of giant worms. Make for the trees. Don't kill us. I've got 15 children to feed. Hey.
Well, just gonna have to start swinging.
Oh my God, she did it. No remorse. No, I'll give you anything you want. Ah! Oh, no, no. Oh, you traitorous bitch. Oh, Oh, that hurts. Oh, stop it.
Go over here.
Oh,
A little bit over here.
oh, stop it. No,
There we
no,
go.
we gave up. We surrender. Stop. No, not the face. Shut up and just take it like a man, you numbnuts.
There we
You
go.
still owe me 5 gold pieces, you jerk. And eventually you kill them all. You're
There we go.
completely covered in orc blood. Your axe, of course, is dripping. You've got a nice little workout. You're sweating lightly. All the other guards, they're like, what the fuck? Holy shit, did you see that? They just executed all those orcs.
Yeah, I shake my axe at the retreating guards. You're next. Haha, just kidding.
Wow! Holy crap!
Hold the line. God damn it.
No one gave the order to retreat.
Should
done.
we drag them over to the pit, or should Ida just Lilith just make some graves here? It's only a couple of minutes to fix it.
You digging graves?
Yeah, I guess I'm starting to dig some graves then.
Okay.
I'm gonna help drag them up into the holes.
Too.
Well, if you're digging the graves, then they're just underneath the bodies, presumably.
Yeah, she can also do that. Then I'm just gonna stay and watch and tell her that
Oops.
she's doing a good job. Good job. Nice hole. Moral support.
And eventually, oops, you get them all into a giant pit.
Can I also cover it with dirt?
Sure.
Out of sight, out of mind. Forgotten.
Very nice.
So what's next?
I don't know. Is there any water? I might just need a little wash up here.
Talk to Charlotte. She's good at cleaning up.
Hey, Charlotte. Oh, the flowers.
Charlotte's like super pale and horrified, but she'll cast prestidigitation on Brack and herself to get rid of gravy.
Yeah, you've been walking around with gravy-stained silk dresses for a couple of hours now.
Pushing up
Yeah.
sunflowers.
Yeah. I was going to put daisies down, but I thought sunflowers would look nicer. There you go.
So who wants to do the next quest?
Completed.
Well, being
You'll
that the
get
guards
5
aren't around-
experience points.
Yay!
For killing a bunch of unarmed, defenseless, tied up prisoner of war orcs who literally were trying to surrender, had already surrendered, and had given you everything they could give you.
Yeah,
sure.
Whatever. Their expectations were out of alignment. I mean, really, orcs aren't friendly when they don't take prisoners of war. What are they expecting?
Well, then why did they surrender then?
I don't know.
Because they thought
Weirdo.
that humans take prisoners of war.
Yeah, well.
Exactly.
Yeah. But they were wrong. At least with these humans. We aren't humans. Only Charlotte, and she didn't participate. So
And Charlotte is currently masquerading as part of the nobility, so she's not really
Yeah.
human either.
I don't get my hands dirty. That's what the help is for.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. I was going more along the lines of lop off the heads of the peasants, but whatever
Oh.
works for you, Sophie.
I'm just imagining Sophie
them
standing
eat
or Charlotte
cake.
standing. Off with their heads. Off with their heads.
Yeah. one hand like pointing imperiously with her finger pointing down, saying, you missed one over there. The other hand holding a giant slice of cake as she's like stuffing it in her
Mm.
face, Marie Antoinette style.
Oh,
Only with her mage hand.
Right, with me again.
She wouldn't get her fingers
Exactly.
dirty.
Right, exactly. Having a mage, using one hand to actually cast and control the mage hand, which then feeds the cake into her face.
oh my god, I would love that.
Excessively complex. All right. Well, on that note, I think we should all take a little 10-minute break, and I'm sure somebody's going to come back with cake. So, if not mage hand. All right.
Yogurt. Okay.
Yogurt.
Yogurt.
Yeah.
Yay. All right.
Hi. We hope you're enjoying this episode, and if so, please like and subscribe. And remember, the next time your DM says, roll initiative, yell back,
Here.
hold my earrings.
Here, my earrings.
This is good. I think we only need this take.
Okay, so I guess everybody's back. Would you guys prefer daisies instead? We can do daisies.
The sunflowers. Pushing up days. All right. So we got to. No one's around us right now, so we can probably talk, right?
I mean, who knows, really?
Ominous.
Always. Have we met?
Like mind link in a group. I sort of wave my hand around like magic, you know.
Can we go back to Tiny Hut? I
Mm.
think it's still up.
Okay.
I can also make one here. The thing is, I think it actually dissolves or disappears when I step out of it. So, yeah,
Mm.
the spell ends if you leave its area.
Yeah, you can't leave it, but everybody else can leave it.
Trapped. I'm the hut keeper from now on.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe we could
But-
make the hut like
Yeah.
over here.
All right.
It's away from the blood and gore a little.
Mm,
But we are going to sleep, or are we going to leave tonight?
I think we're going to.
Oh my gosh. You're killing
We're in
me.
the clown car.
Make a decision and stick with it. We had a plan.
Okay. I just want to point something out before we go ahead with whatever plan we've decided on, which I'm confused by now. Because I'm an orc or half orc or whatever I am.
You don't know?
So yeah, I'm just
He's
joking
so
around.
confused.
I'm so confused. I'm so turned around. I don't even know what I am anymore. Am I a wizard? I could be a wizard. So I just want to point out here that we have an opportunity to just isolate her and let Neverember come down on her hard with this Zentrum. In her, like, without support from Leylon.
Well, that's the problem. Neverember doesn't control the Zentrum anymore.
I'm pretty
And
sure the
he-
Zentrum don't want her to show up.
But can we count on that?
I think we should stick to the plan and kill her now.
Ida is definitely a planner.
He's definitely an evil cleric.
that also, I definitely agree.
Yeah, I think we should try to kill her too. And we still have the dust of disappearance.
If two people sneak in,
That
being
Cardinal
invisible,
priest guy will see you.
do you think he's gonna stay awake?
Probably not. Well, hopefully not.
Sorry, did you guys make a decision? Am I waiting? Are you waiting for me now?
I think we're gonna go and eliminate the queen. I just don't know who's gonna go in. We've got poison. We've
how?
got you just pour it in her mouth while she's sleeping.
Yeah, well, how we get in being sneaky and all. There are different flavors of sneaky.
One flavor is fireball the tents.
Right. We can make that plan C. Out of this.
I love that.
So pretty. Oh my god.
What is that? Is that our tiny hut?
That's your tiny hut.
Oh my god.
Nice,
Stealths
huh?
in and stabs her.
Zinise, can you only make one person go invisible? Or is it 2 now? 2. Yeah, true. So maybe that would work.
So who wants to
Then-
go?
I went last time, so
It was your own fault.
Ooh.
The issue is, do we?
Did you humph?
yes.
Did you just humph? Okay.
Do we care if anybody knows if we did it or not? Because if we do, we really shouldn't do it tonight. Because we are going to leave, and then everyone will know that we did it.
It's a pretty risky thing. Like, I think she said they're pissed for us killing Cookie.
Yeah.
There's a third left that are veteran soldiers. The rest are militia, or the rest are like just brought on people that want money and want to go. I mean, I don't know how much money they were promised. I don't even know how much money's in the camp.
Probably not a lot. Didn't you say that they hadn't been paid in like 6 months or something?
Yeah.
Something.
And I don't really want to tip our hand saying we have some gold we could pay you with
Nope.
when the numbers are against us.
Nope.
Yeah.
We
This is kind of why I think we should go to Luskin. Or not Luskin, Leylon. And just sort of like get someone else to kill them. But
yeah.
I'm good with what you guys decide. I'm just the muscles.
Like you
Cracker
said, we
flexes a little.
yeah we could tip the Centrim off because, like you said, if they believe that they have an alliance with the Waterdeep fellow, they are going to try and kill the queen because they want to control Neverwinter himself,
Yeah.
and our hands are clean.
And what if
Clean
Cassandra
hands.
comes with the soldiers? Arise with them?
I'm sure Charlotte can distract him.
What?
Well, we can tell him the truth, so he doesn't come with soldiers.
Okay. Do we warn Never Ember 2 with the sending?
We should.
I think we should, but when we get the map where their camp is.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because we don't know if they're in communication, right?
Mhm.
With Kazandar.
So no killing.
No killing,
I'm
hearty
sorry,
breakfast.
Violet.
She sounds so disappointed.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
She will
No
die
ki-
though.
Yeah,
Just
she will.
Not tonight.
Hmm.
Unless she succeeds with her plan.
Hmm.
I don't think she'll get the chance. She needs those forces. She needs us. We're not going to
Yeah.
show up in time.
Okay.
Overnight, hearty breakfast off to Leylon?
Sure.
Man.
Hmm.
Lilith's just gonna cross her arms.
Lilith loses 1 morale. Lilith disapproves. Yeah. Okay. So you are going to just follow the plan as it is, if I understand it correctly. But then you're going to, so you're going to go to Leylon and get the troops, and then what?
Never. The queen is because she's going to give us a map where they are, and hopefully Neverember and or the Zentrum and or both wipe her out where she is before we even get there.
So you're just going to give her position away. But then
Yeah.
what about the troops?
Well, then we tell, while we're in Leylon, we tell dude there that she betrayed him and turn him against her.
Oh. Okay.
I
Yay.
don't like this plan.
I'm just going along with whatever you guys agreed to. I mean, okay. We'll see how it plays out. Okay, so I've got a tiny hut spell character sheet, but I'm still unable to make the size automatic, so oh, that worked. Nope, not quite. Don't know why it's doing that now. It's not the right size, and it's not the right token, so it's something, but it's not exactly what I wanted. I don't know what's going on. We will figure it out later.
Mhm.
But you do have something there, and you can always pull it, drag it out yourself, just to give us an idea where it's supposed to be.
Yes. Cute. It's
You're
very
welcome.
cute.
It is very cute. I thought it would be perfect for this group.
Hmm.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry. Should we
No,
warn
go ahead.
Neverember now?
Yes.
What are you warning him of exactly?
That that Alexander is kind of moving for Neverwinter, and that she has a Waterdeep ally. But we can provide the location of her camp and see what he replies. If he's on board with the idea.
A good quick question here. Would anyone here be able to know if we're sending a sending? Like, could this be intercepted at all in any way? Magical?
Ooh.
Because I don't know about that kind of stuff. But that dude with the, like, that priesty guy freaks me out.
I don't think so, but
Okay. That's why I figured we wait till we left camp before we sent anything out.
how far from Leylon are we?
I think it was a couple of days.
Couple of days. So we can do it at the next rest before we get there.
Yeah, the idea was you would need to leave. You're not like in a massive hurry, but you couldn't dawdle from the time that you made the contract with Lord Kazander and go straight to Leylon.
Yeah.
And again, he's coming from Waterdeep, but he's coming mostly by ship, so it's a lot faster for him, or his troops anyway.
Mm-hmm. So just sleep and go for Leylon tomorrow and send a message on the way.
But what do you do if the Queen and Cassandra are in active contact? So I don't know. Like we tell them, or we tell him, oh well, the Queen has betrayed you, and then he gets to a sending zone like, have you betrayed me? And she's like, no, I would never do that. And then they turn against us. What do we do then?
Well, she has betrayed him. And we also know that the contract that he signed isn't valid because magic is gone.
Good. Okay.
Just sending us was betrayal.
Yeah.
True. Okay, we're gonna wing it.
I
have a good feeling.
No, I hate Ida and I both hate that. I suspect Daria isn't a fan either.
just if we kill her now tonight, everyone's gonna know that it's us,
Mhm.
and we are not certain
hurt.
if everyone's good with that. So we might be in a really big fight if we do. We might not get away, and we need to get her, and we need to kill her, and there's a lot of obstacles on the way. Or we can just fireball her tent a couple of times and hope for the best and run.
I like the last idea.
Oh. Mhm.
Yeah, because
Natural
nobody's gonna.
disaster.
That's not gonna. Yeah, natural disaster. That's not gonna seem the least suspicious.
The
They never
fall
had a
of the
fireball in their
fireballs.
camp. Yeah, it was a meteor shower.
Yeah.
Scatter
I
some
was
coins around. Everybody will grab coins and leave. Right? They just want money.
I wasn't paying much attention when I first met you guys because I was just gonna show them to the hall and just go home. But my plan changes. But didn't Ember say something about he couldn't kill Lady Alexa, and that's why you should do it? Or do I remember that completely wrong? Because he knew she was somewhere around there, and I don't know.
I don't know. It's not in Dalin's notes.
Shoot. I was too drunk.
Well.
Yeah, you can
I
roll a
just-
history check if you want.
Can I roll one too?
Well, I think it should be Ida since Lilith is the one remembering it.
Okay.
Yes, he did make that comment, and the reason being that he rules somewhat with the agreement of the other nobles. So he has not crowned himself king, even though Neverwinter is used to having a king. And his argument for having taken the throne, although you don't know that on all the details, is that he supposedly has a tenuous tie to the Alagondar family himself. But if he were to openly execute anyone who wasn't a certified surviving heir, he might lose some support, and his position it's not risky, but it's not overwhelmingly in his favor either. So he needs to still balance all of the various factions within the city. He's a ruler, but he's also a ruler partly with the agreement of all the parties involved.
Okay, I'm gonna share that with the party.
Well done, Ida. You already had inspiration, but you would have gotten another one for that.
Thank you.
So
Now I'm leaning towards the fireball.
yeah.
Yep. I got how many whiskey fireballs do I have left? They give one to somebody who doesn't have fireball? I got one left.
We're gonna get a whole camp on us if we do that.
I think we should go with the sneak attack.
Do you have a silence spell or something?
To silence her when I stab her? Or what?
Kind of silence an area around the tent so we can kind of cut a hole in the fabric on the tent and get in
Unfortunately
sides or
not.
something.
Yeah.
Can we keep that dude from casting any stuff? Eh? Oh no, wait, that was an orc. Can we keep that priest guy from
Sorry, I don't speak orc.
Can we keep that priest guy from casting any spells? If you cast a silence thing?
Yeah, but I don't think we have a silence thing. And
Mm.
I also think that he's probably not all spent, but he's used a lot of his powers to heal the soldiers and stuff also. So I don't know if he has a lot left in him today.
Maybe.
But it was yesterday he revived us, right?
Yeah, it was technically
Yeah.
more like 2 days ago now.
Yeah.
because you guys took almost a whole day just to get to meet just to get there
Mm.
to meet Lord Kazander, and then and actually you actually rested once before you left, and then you took almost the whole day to get there, and then you came back. So it's been 2 full long rests, and it's
prob-
close to and now this is the 3rd day.
Yeah. The problem
Oh.
is if we kill the queen and he can resurrect her, then we're
Pointless.
Yeah.
And then we're hooped. Pointless and hooped.
We can give her a body to Blemish.
I like that idea.
Resurrect
No body, no
us.
crime.
Just
Yeah,
have her
right?
disappear.
That sounds like a reggae song. Nobody, no crime. Dun dun dun. I be a hungry troll. I can't keep going with this one. All right. Well, it's certainly coming together. It's complicated, but you know what? So some of these best plans are complicated.
Mm.
And you're certainly thinking about it, not just, we'll just wing it.
We're trying, at least.
Well, it's just an idea, and I don't know if it's that smart, but she said that she was still a bit injured. So, wait, how big is the lethal vial?
How big is it?
Yeah, how much is in there?
Well, it's basically enough for 1 dose.
Oh,
But we have 3 pills
tells me a
in
lot.
the
Um,
bag
What?
of holding.
well, so I don't know, maybe you could put it into like a good berry and then say, "Oh, you're not, we just wanted to give you something to heal you
You're-
up."
You're
In the
having,
middle of the night.
you're
don't
have
know.
this good berry this middle of the night suspicious looking single berry that I've never given you before. Here, let me just put this in your mouth.
Because she's injured.
Oh, right.
I wouldn't
Okay.
suspect anything. If anyone gave me good berry in the night, I would be like, "Ah, that's delicious. Thank you so much." But okay, maybe
But it would be,
queens
it's
are
almost,
different.
it'd be like akin to, it's not like your best friend doing it. It's like some guy that you basically know from work, but you don't really talk to him. And you only ever see him at like the copier and you kind of like wave hi. And then suddenly he's like, hey, I made these homemade brownies. Let me shove one
He's
in
in
your
my bed.
gob. It's
Okay, yeah. Well,
No,
it
no, I
was a
insist you
plan
eat
in
it
the
right now.
making.
You have to eat it right now in front of me. You have to eat it right now. It's only good when it's fresh.
Mhm.
I'm not hungry. Honestly, I've already brushed my teeth. No, you have to try it right now while it's still dripping with this unnamed liquid.
Mhm. Mhm.
In fact, I'm not even going to touch it. I'm going to use a mage hand to give it to you.
That would be Charlotte's job.
And somehow we
maybe-
come full circle. Charlotte's again the assassin.
No.
Maybe that's not the smartest idea. That's a
I'm not
good
saying it's not
thought.
going to work. I'm just saying
Mm,
you'd have to find the right circumstances.
yeah.
Dumb
Could always
dumb
use the right
ogre.
circumstance
Maybe.
for fireball.
Fireball's always the answer.
Yeah.
But what if you don't kill everybody? And then how are you going to get out if you fireball her tent?
Stuff disappearance? If that doesn't work, I'm just gonna fly away.
And how many people can you carry?
um, maybe Ruwe, the owl.
Okay. So
No.
Violet survives and ends up with 2 familiars.
Well, tell the story.
And she continues writing the life story and subsequent chapters
Mhm.
in Delyn's adventures.
How about Sinise and Violet goes there invisible for the poison down her throat and then flies away with Sinise boosts?
No. Mm-mm. I can only go up and down.
Yeah, you can go up, 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 up.
like an elevator, like an
Like
elevator.
never. What is it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You
Nothing
can go
else.
up, you can go down. You can go up and stay there for a while, but eventually you have to come down.
Mhm.
Although, do you have to come down?
I'm not coming down.
I'm never coming down again. You come down out of that tree right now, young lady. No.
But if we are going to kill the queen, we should really kill the cardinal as well.
Mhm. I agree.
I agree.
100%.
You could create a tiny hut up in the sky.
Hmm. I like that.
We do have, I think it was 3 poisonous pills, I think. Let's see.
Just don't know how much we're going to get that past him.
If they are
Right.
asleep,
Phylactically.
If you meant as a yeah, that's not what prophylactic means, but yeah.
Word. Like,
As
when.
you meant as a suppository.
Yeah, there it is. Suppository.
If anything could be more suspicious than offering somebody, "Oh, Cardinal Brockavar, could I
Have this
interest you
drink."
in a midnight suppository?" Beg your pardon. You know,
Can't spit that out.
when I go to sleep, before I go to sleep, I like to just sort of have a little suppository just to help me get a good night's rest. Get out of my tent.
Maybe the doctor approach. I'm a doctor. Bend over and cough.
You're a doctor?
Oh,
What?
Well,
said-
Lilith is.
yeah. I said we could try the doctor approach.
Oh, yeah, Lilith, the chaotic cleric that he really dislikes. Let me
She
just
could.
stick this up your butt.
She could also bring him a peace offering with a glass of wine.
Ooh.
And a conversation and a desire to convert.
No. That seems almost too smart for Cracker to come up with.
Oh, sorry.
But it does shed some insight into some light into Yvonne's personal approach to dealing with the disruptive members of her friends and family circle. Here, let me just offer you this hash brown, this brownie hat that's laden with hashish.
Yeah, right.
And then once you finish eating it, you're going to be my best friend.
It works. Okay, so what should we do? Who's going in?
I like the conversion thing.
I don't think he would drink the wine from me, even if I talk about converting. He might want to switch cup in that case, and then I poison myself.
This is like the Princess Bride scene.
Exactly.
But knowing what I know and knowing what you know, then I might have switched the wine myself. In fact, I wouldn't switch it at all. And therefore, you could never defeat someone who's a Venetian. All right. How are we doing?
Okay, I'm waiting for orders. Cracker's not thinking anymore. My head hurts.
That was a good idea. If it was
That's
in
a
keeping with your
great idea.
personality, I would definitely give you a point of inspiration. But since you kind of violated, if you could do it in a way
doesn't
that
know
was
anything about that.
clever, yeah.
Can't you pretend to like him? That's about as far as I probably get.
Ew. We've already had that with Sophie.
Hmm.
You're gonna drag poor Ida into it now too?
Pimping her out.
Exactly. Hey, it's up to Ida. If she's willing to do it, she's willing to role play it for Lilith, then I'm fine with it. But otherwise,
No, I'm good. Just slit their throat.
you're good. What?
I'm not gonna do that. I'm good anyway. I'm not gonna pretend to like him.
Yeah. All right. I mean, you guys have the beginnings of a plan. It's definitely coming together. Come on, finish it off.
Easier said than done.
The suppository just is not going to work. You're not going to get anything up his butt without killing him first, or at least knocking him unconscious.
And the fireball. That might work.
I mean, technically, how
run.
many fireballs can you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Can you do 5?
I can do one.
I can do 3.
I can do 3.
6?
4.
Wow.
I can do 4.
4? Wow. Well, that's a lot of fireballs. Somebody would have to be exceptionally lucky to survive 7 fireballs. But it would take you 4 rounds to get them all off, right?
Mhm.
I also have a call lightning
Yeah,
scroll with the maximum hit points.
30 points
Wow.
in 1 round. Plus it lasts for like a minute or something, right? So you could, in theory, keep shooting them down. So you're basically going to take on the whole camp then.
Who even needs a plan when you've got that kind of power?
We can try to and then just flee.
But if you're going to flee, you're going to need at least one of those spell slots for fly spell.
Where are the horses that we borrowed to go to the Waterdeep guy?
This is a good question. Where do you think they should be?
Right
Where
beside
would
our
you like them
hut.
to be? They're not right beside you.
Right here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Just
That's
kind
not
of
a bad
in
place.
closer here.
Yeah,
So
and in fact, as you say that, I'm thinking it does make sense that they would be there. They're on the road. It's kind of an enclosure. Tell you what, let's say that they actually are there. Yeah,
we can steal them. Fireball,
Ye-
fireball, fireball.
well,
Run!
as always, you can try.
Yeah.
Right? That's the magic word. Why are they not coming out? Oh,
30 feet.
what?
What's the range on a whiskey fireball? Like, how close do I need to get?
Haven't we covered this before?
Yeah, I think mine is 30 feet, so I have to get pretty close.
Yeah, it's 30 feet and 60 feet with disadvantage or something.
Right. Oh, pretty horses.
Yeah.
There's lots of them. There's not as many as you would expect because this is primarily an infantry force, but there are still some cavalry left, including the guards that escorted you and some horses for the officers, couriers, scouts. And they're not just here; they're all over the place. There's like little pickets everywhere, but also they're individually guarded. Quite a few of the riders actually sleep near their horses just to keep them safe and in place.
We just also have to remember Blemish and Waldy and Euripides.
Don't forget the Euripides Aphixides.
Mhm. Will Blemish eat the queen? Or is that not a plan?
If you fireball them, does he have to?
Mm,
Can't
better be
stay.
safe than sorry.
Well, we
But I
can't stay if
guess-
we fireball them. Then we just have to
Yeah.
run. Yeah. And I don't think it would be easy to kind of sneak Blemish into the tent either. Or her out.
Hey, did you meet my friend? Yeah.
Well, he can be made invisible. But yeah, I agree. Plus, I don't think he likes charred food.
No.
Should fireball be plan B?
Sure.
With plan A being the sneaky thing?
Something more sneaky anyway, I think. Because then we can like get away without everyone knowing. So we leave a lot of distance between us and them.
We're kind of on the wrong side of the camp as well. We should have been at the bottom. It would be easier to blend into the forest there.
Yeah.
Quicker. But we could kind of go around. Just head into the forest here and kind of follow the tree line to the other side. I want to bring the horses.
All right, sneaky people. Phase 1.
There's more than one phase? Wow, this is getting complicated.
Attempt 1.
Yeah.
It's like
First
Mission
attempt.
Impossible now.
Yeah, totally.
Should we at least sneak around to the other side, or should we just walk over? Just
Walk
you
over.
belong here.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we can walk over
Nothing
and,
suspicious.
and put up a new tiny
be
hut and just go
suspicious.
to rest there.
Or, offer to relieve these 2 guys, this one and this one, so they can go get some rest because we're feeling pretty good. I mean,
More
just
like
go up to them and say, hey, I'll take this for you. I'll take your shift.
we should more be down here at the bottom.
You ping it so I can see where
I'm
you
pinging.
mean.
Yeah,
Are you?
down
Oh,
here.
there. Oh, way down there. Okay. Well, let's go down there and do that.
It's just a short track to the forest where we can kind of disappear.
Can you show us where the horses are down this end?
This is the main little stable area.
Okay.
Let's see. They're not near the fire, not near the burnt bits, because the horses don't really like the smell of fire. So we'll say they're more over here. And there's an animal handler, horse trainer that's sleeping in this tent.
I'm going to send my familiar down here just to see how many guards are outside her tent. Just kind of flying around, hooting.
Okay.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Woo!
Bloody owl!
Yeah.
There are 4. It's a similar setup as what you saw when you were having your little meeting,
Okay.
your confab.
So they're outside the entrance, kind of here, or
Well, they're not stationary. I mean, they're kind of looking, and then they walk a few
Okay, okay.
paces. They stay in touch with each other. They're experienced. They're very experienced soldiers. They know what they're doing, and they're a little short staffed, so they want to make sure that they don't have any blind spots. At any given moment, 2 of them are always looking at each other, or looking at a third. There's only 4 of them, and there's a lot of space to cover, but they're pretty good about making sure that they can all see each other for the most part.
And we think that the colonel is also inside the tent with the queen and the cardinal.
Currently, the colonel is not there. The colonel has retired to his own tent. The cardinal is actually someplace else. Actually, the cardinal should be in the bigger tent. Colonel will be over here.
Okay.
I'll put a little yellow dot on Cardinal Brockovars so you can see them more easily, because they tend to blend in, and also the queen. Or maybe yellow's too obvious. Purple, green, oh, pink, blue. Yeah, yellow it is then.
Okay, so we have to either have one strike team kill both the cardinal and the queen, or we need to have 2 strike teams.
If you're gonna go invisible, we can only have 2 people invisible at one time.
Yep.
A bit more of a timing thing. Kill the queen, and then the second strike team goes for these guys. Well, especially that guy.
But if we bring Blemish and he eats her head,
Oh, yeah.
they won't be able to resurrect her.
Sounds fun.
Or we can just chop off her head and bring it with us. And we don't need to bring Blemish.
Mm.
So, how's your game of, what did you call it again? Is it Dragons and it's Dungeons and Dragons, Mom? Okay. No need to get excited about it. So how's it going? Yeah. We had our troll eat the head of the queen that we were allied to, but then we decided to, backstab her.
Worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds nice. And then we murdered 40 surrendered orcs who had already given up and were just trying to get home to their families. Oh, that sounds really nice.
We're the
Had a
good
lot of
guys.
fun. So are we going take Blemish with us, or are we going to? Because if we're going to take Blemish with us, we can only send one because he needs to be invisible.
Bring him her head after. You just eat it on the way.
Okay.
Like a road snack.
Trail mix.
Like a
Trail
Timmy,
mix heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Timmy's to
Heads
go.
is trail. Oh my God. I mean, he's a very large creature, so yeah, it's like her head is about for him, her head is about the size of a grapefruit or something.
Yeah.
He just peels it and then just like pops in his mouth. Eats it like a giant apple.
I can do the choppy chop.
Perfect.
But will the invisibility stay if you chop off the head?
No. But then hopefully you'll create a distraction with some fireballs here and here.
So we are sneaking and fireballing?
We sneak until, the ultimate end here. And at that point, all hell's going to break loose anyway. I mean, really. I don't think we're going to avoid the hell breaking loose part.
True.
At least if you're all down here, we get a head start to get out.
Where were the fireballs going to be? I didn't see it.
I would take care of this guy, take care of this guy.
So
Yeah, okay, there you go.
just the average fireball.
Yes. Just your average
We can do that.
fireball. Yeah, good. Try not to get me this time.
Yeah, we can certainly try.
Yeah.
But
I get that maybe.
I really don't see the point in being sneaky with the queen if we are going to cast fireballs anyway.
To get in there.
Yeah.
They're
So
not
we're
going to just
sure
let
she-
me in.
And we are sure she's killed.
Okay.
Denise, can you keep up a telepathic link with Cracker
Yeah.
while she's in
Cracker,
there?
do you want someone with you?
Do I want someone with me? No, I want
Yeah.
you guys to get out of here.
So you want to go alone? Sneak alone?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the question is, should we put the invisible spell on Violet too, so she can cast fireball and be invisible then?
Invisibility will break when she casts a spell. Anyway, so.
Okay.
So should we
Yeah.
just run or should we get horses?
Horses are noisy.
Yeah.
I don't think I can convince these guys that I'm just going to, patrol on a horse. Or maybe I could. I don't know. And then I could bring you one horse.
Let us just use our feet.
Yeah. I think we'll have the advantage to get away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get to the other side then. This is going to go so crazy.
So, are we going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We going like all the way around? Wee, like that?
Yeah, just going for a nighttime stroll.
Okay.
Sing hi to the horses. Hi, horsey.
Maybe I'll just ask one of the guys, hey, could I take one of these out for a little patrol? I'm okay with horses.
The guard looks at you and says, "You're not on the list of approved sentries. If you can get it cleared by the colonel or one of the other officers, that's fine. I suppose.
Do that. Yeah, all right. Thanks.
No worries.
Good evening. Just gonna check out, see if I can see anything suspicious.
Bring in
Sus-
Blemish and everything.
I mean, aside
Yeah.
from your own party.
Yeah. Bring in Baldy and Blemish and everyone. Oh, not
Oops,
the
sorry.
tiny hut.
Sorry, I took the flowers.
I'm gonna walk with Euripides and talk about a new cloak that I want him to make.
Okay. Where are you putting the hut? You guys can move it.
Where should I put it?
Should we set up a new one?
So just to be clear, this tree area is not completely clear. There's still a giant burnt tree trunk, but the branches are mostly gone. Leaves obviously are all gone. All the tents have been dismantled or burnt to the ground, so it's basically open space, except for the tree right here.
Do you want it like here or down here in the corner?
Yeah, I think maybe over here. And then we could just say that the horses were too noisy. Couldn't
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah, but I don't think we should put up a new one because then she will use a spell. Another spell.
Oh, yeah.
No, we can move it. You don't have to put a new spell.
Oh, okay.
Can you move it?
Well, it's just a ritual, so it would take 10 minutes.
Is it a ritual?
Does it say here?
It is a ritual.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's fine. Then I'm just gonna say, oh, I want the purple cloak, I think. Da 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 da.
With your complexion, I think purple is too dark, no? You look like a big grape.
Pink though. Then. Pink.
Yeah, pink we can do pink. Unless you want something bright like gold.
Ah,
White silk, very nice on you.
it gets too dirty. The bloodstains would be horrible to get off.
And he looks at you briefly and goes, yeah, you're right. Good point. I didn't think about the bloodstains.
Maybe a
keep-
dark
I
blue.
keep forgetting.
Yeah, maybe
dark-
a dark blue instead.
Dark blue. Okay, yeah, no problem. Dark blue,
Yeah.
perfect. Fine, yeah, I make it work. No problem. Colonel Wainwright comes up and says, why are you moving your position?
Just the smell of the dead was too much, and those horses. God, I hate horses.
Roll deception. Because now you're right next to the burnt, charred out sections, which also smell pretty strongly.
Just smells like a fireplace. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I have advantage on. Sorry.
It's okay.
14.
Mm. And you preferred charred wood over the... Well, I suppose that would make sense. All right, fine. You can help the guards keep a lookout in this corner. Right.
Yeah.
Going to get some
Sentries?
shut-eye.
Wait. Does that mean I'm a sentry?
You want to be a sentry?
Yeah, can you make me a sentry? That'd be fun.
You think being on guard duty is fun?
I do it all the time anyway.
Roll something for him. It'll be a wisdom check. It's not insight so much as he's just trying to figure out if this is a smart idea.
I don't know what that means for him.
No, neither do I. Either a really good idea or a really bad one.
Do you know what? We are a bit short-handed. Fine. I'll pull the sentries a bit further away, and then you can cover this corner, and maybe one of them somewhere will get a chance to get some sleep. Well done. I'm certainly glad. I know that you started off on the wrong foot, but personally, I'm very grateful that you're here. It was rough going there, and most of us really didn't want to do that deal with the demon, but we didn't feel we had any choice. Anyway, thank you.
Damn it.
The DM is guilt tripping us.
He's too nice. I want to kill him now.
He's really guilt tripping us.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then you see him take a letter out of his inside
Oh,
of
yeah.
his armor
Dear
and starts
Mom.
reading it. Dear Daddy, I miss you so much. I can't wait
Oh.
to see
Oh,
you and pull on your
God.
beard. I'm looking
Yay.
forward to when you're going to bring me that pony you promised and take me
Yay.
riding.
We can send them a earring from the Queen. That's
Yeah.
what she did.
I'll cover it.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's the idiot for following her. Put his own family in danger. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Our DM is so mean. He always makes it really hard to kill people.
It's like he has an ulterior motive. Okay, Do you think the DM's trying to warn us?
What?
What? Making Leylon look pretty good right now. Okay,
I'm ignoring the signs.
Yeah.
I saw the sign.
You guys are ignoring the signs, actually. No, I'm not trying to dissuade you. You choose whatever you want to do. They all sound like good, equally bad or
Equally
equally good
terrible
options.
plans.
There are no good options. That's the
Yeah.
problem. It's war. It's a war and a civil war. There just really aren't any 100% straight up obvious answers. Even the orcs, right? They're just trying to avoid the black mold for the most part. Yes, they were trying to conquer Neverwinter, but now they're just trying to get home. So, but you guys are in charge of the southeast corner. There's not a picket for within 70 feet of you. For the most
Good
part.
roll. Do you want me to chop off her head, right? Just so I'm clear.
Yes.
We had a plan.
Yeah, make sure it's really clear to the half orc. So it's not just indiscriminate swinging. And by swinging, I mean my axe.
Maybe leave the bag I'm holding here in case you die and we have to run.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good plan.
Yeah.
Just in case. Should we send Blemish and Baldy and Euripides ahead? Maybe that's too suspicious.
Like they can just scout this way. We're in charge of the corner and do whatever we want.
But they can see us. So if we send them away.
I think I hear something in the forest over here. Baldy, do you think you could go check?
Cracker.
Sure. Yeah. All right. I'll give it a try. I didn't hear anything, but okay.
Take the tailor with you.
What? Why would I take him? He's
Well-
got no craft sense whatsoever.
He needs to use the toilet. I don't know. Just take him with you. Teach him
All
some
right.
things.
I'm not that kind of girl.
I mean that, like scouting stuff, you know.
I'm still not that kind of girl. All right, come along, shorty. I'm not short. You just too tall. Yeah. Is Blemish going too?
I'm gonna send a message to Baldy using the cantrip and just head for Leylon and we'll catch up with you.
And she's going to receive the message and say, but why?
I'm gonna cast it again. Shit's gonna hit the fan. Go.
Why would there be shit and a fan together?
Gonna cast it
Oh.
again. Just go.
Oh, all right. No need to shout.
Saving your life.
keep
Notice
Blemish
that.
nearby though. I don't think Blemish should go with them.
Okay. Coming back. All right.
Just like wait there. I'd rather not have to catch you up to feed you later.
Teasing Blemish with food leads to Blemish getting very hangry.
Gonna be a royal snack for you later on.
Especially tasty.
I noticed that Sophie has not changed her character name back from Princess Charlotte or her token.
Now wait until we take a long rest.
Oh, okay. All right. Or she's just going to keep it from now on. This is going to be
Yeah.
like her new persona,
She's never
traipsing
gonna
around
take off.
dungeons.
Yeah.
That silk dress,
Tiara.
the tiara and the silk dress.
Or maybe
Yeah.
Princess Charlotte will just come out on special occasions and assassinations.
Special assassinations. Okay. State visits, assassinations. Okay. All right. You've sent off the 2 softer NPCs. Blemish is still trolling about. All right. Settle down, you guys.
You should
No more nice,
probably
no more nice pictures of your character tokens if you keep that up.
you should probably do the invisibility thing not too close to the guards so they can see you disappearing.
Inside the hut, maybe?
Oh yeah, Byleth is cast in the hut, right? So Byleth is inside the hut.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
No, I can see my beautiful picture.
Hang
Inside
on.
the hut.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna put it on the map layer just so. Oops, sorry. Don't wait. Relax. Chill out. Gosh. But you won't be able to move it. But this way, it'll stay in the background.
All right, hey.
But Byleth can't go anywhere because she has to stay in the hut.
Hmm.
Unless you're gonna walk out and just let the hut just disappear. Which you could.
Yeah. Soon enough.
But of course, if you guys come under attack, the hut is a pretty safe place to hide out for 8 hours at least.
Yeah. Mm.
Who's casting invisibility?
You ready?
I think so.
First, I cast telepathic speech. And I'm gonna
Okay.
say you have 6 minutes. And then I cast invisibility on Cracker.
Is it 6 minutes?
Yeah, it's lasts for a number of minutes equal to your sorcerer level.
Oh, I see. Cool. Can you post it again?
Okay.
Thank you.
I have to go that way. Okay.
So Cracker's invisible,
Yes.
but did you twin the spell to use on somebody else?
No. Only Cracker.
Oh, Cracker's completely on her own. Uh-oh.
She wanted this.
Don't say
Distance
I
support.
I asked. Go, you have 6
I
minutes.
know you asked, but I didn't realize that's really what the plan was for Cracker to go off completely on her. I heard it, but somehow it didn't register that you have. I don't know how if it's Cracker specifically that I'm worried about or more Yvonne, but either way, that's
The chaos that is
No.
both of us. I just
Before
gotta play
Cracker-
it like a half orc, man. I'm a little reckless.
Before
Yeah.
Cracker runs off, I'm gonna ask Lilith to cast guidance on Cracker.
she runs back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we cast
All right.
guidance.
Okay, so I get to here. I think it's here. And hold on. I have to get in there, but I don't want to walk through the black stuff. Get around here to here.
I mean, you can even dash if you really wanted to.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Okay, so I'm dashing. So that's 80. And
Show
then
me the
I'm
show me the path you're taking, the
okay,
exact
hold on.
path. And
So
remember,
I'm
you
gonna
can do
go.
like a multiple waypoint by clicking and holding it.
Oh yeah, how do I do that? Okay, click and hold. Wait.
Right click and then hold.
Ah, I'm moving the map now. What the heck? Okay, thank you.
Like that.
It's not working
You-
for me. Okay.
You can
Oh,
also use Q.
You
Oh,
stretch
okay.
it out and then you keep the left button down, but you right click on the right button. There you
Okay.
go.
That's amazing.
Oh my God. Welcome to the 20th century.
I know. Okay, well you did it. That's perfect. So that's 90, so I guess it would be 80.
Okay.
So I dash to here. Do I need to do any stealth checks or?
Well, yes. And also because you're dashing, you're going to be at disadvantage on stealth.
See, that's why I wanted to sneak up.
And you can do that. If you want to go normal speed, then you don't have disadvantage. If you want to go slowly and carefully, you'll be moving at half speed, but with advantage on your stealth check.
She has advantage anyway.
Yeah.
Because of invisibility.
She has advantage on general stealth checks, but what if somebody has specific acuity with hearing?
Okay, so I'm gonna get to here then first. I'm gonna go regular speed. I'm gonna get to here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I move myself back and I get to here.
So I'll say that you're rolling stealth every time you take a turn, essentially.
Okay. Okay.
Because you're moving through people as well.
Yeah. Okay, so one stealthy.
Ooh. Are you so just to be clear, your guidance before you make
Oh, yeah, I have guidance clicked on.
yeah, but if you use it now, then you don't have it later.
Oh, okay, sorry. No guidance. Ignore the +1.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a thing that lasts. It's just a one turn
It's
thing.
once.
Okay,
Yeah.
This
sorry.
one.
Yep.
So I'll let you roll it again because you don't
Yep.
get to choose. You're going to keep the 19.
Yep.
Otherwise, you can take the 19 plus the 1, but you lose the guidance.
Right.
Which
Okay.
one do you want? Okay, 17.
17.
All right, your 17's good.
Okay. I am so scared
Nobody
right now.
seems to notice. Are you really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm totally gonna blow this. Okay,
I
I'm gonna
mean,
come up
rather than run past
behind.
2 guys, you could also just sort of kind of go a little bit further around them, but it'll take longer.
Yeah.
The other guys are mostly in their tents, so they probably wouldn't see you anyway, but they might hear something, possibly.
I could go to here, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I get around here,
So again, you're moving at normal speed.
moving at normal speed.
Okay.
So here's another stealth check. Okay. Please. Ooh,
Ooh. Yeah.
sneaky.
Well done.
Okay. And so the entrance is here, right?
Yeah, each of the tent has its own entrance, and then there's like a covering. So this section here is kind of like an open covering. Like it's like an awning rather than covered on all sides. When it's nighttime, all the flaps are closed. When it's daytime, those flaps are open. So these flaps are open.
So I can
These
enter
flaps are
from
open.
right here
Well,
by lifting a flap.
the flaps are they're down, but they're also secured. It doesn't take very long to tie a flap down.
And there's no open flaps right now. So it's
Yeah.
down
So
here,
the way
down
the
here.
front, the way the entrance works now is that this is tied down, and you have to enter through this side, through the dining area.
Okay, so I'm going to go to here.
Otherwise, you could just cut something. I mean, if you want to.
Yeah, that's going to make noise though.
Mhm. And also,
And
once somebody
everyone's
sees a
gonna
flap flapping
see.
around, they're going to start wondering what's going on.
Exactly. And so the open entrance is right here.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Damn it.
And this used to be the open entrance for this, but because of it's burnt down, now the open entrance is on this side.
And I
Like this-
can't pass through his square though, can I?
Well, you can sneak past them, sure, but
Okay.
it'll definitely be close. You might face some disadvantage.
Okay. So I need a
Oh,
stealth
God.
check here because I got to here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Oh my god. Oof. Okay.
Wow.
Blowing all
I'll
my
get you
rolls.
yet.
I
And your little
know.
dog Toto too.
10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so I can get around. I'm going to go extra slow here. I'm
Well,
going to get
wait, I
around
want
to
to see the path.
here.
I don't want you to
Okay,
just move
sorry.
it.
Do the
It's
clicky
like,
click.
I'm just going to magically go right there, right into the tent. Right. Hold left,
Do this.
right click. There you
Yeah,
go.
okay, there.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
And
Okay.
then
And then
there,
here.
yeah, yep,
And
okay.
then I kind of want to get to like here.
Okay.
But oh, as soon as I let it go, it's gone. Okay.
So just to be clear, you're doing
Thank you.
no. I want to do
I'm going to go here.
Oh, I wanted let me just do
There,
this.
there.
So
Yep.
you're saying you want to go up through the entrance, right?
Yeah.
You're not saying you're trying to hide in this corner.
No. I'm just trying to
Okay,
get
okay.
inside the tent.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I'm going to move myself to here and do a roll. Actually, I guess in here. Can I just put myself right there?
Not until you rolled it.
I know.
You're
Okay.
going to roll without advantage because the flap itself,
Yep.
it's open, but you've got to like move it.
Still have to go
It's very
through it.
heavy.
You yeah.
That's great.
You dodo bird. You great dodo bird. The dice gods really are telling you something today.
This is
I think so.
so annoying.
Yep.
Let's have a reaction from the guard. What do you think he would be thinking?
There's a slight breeze.
Okay, so to be clear, again, everything's tied down because this is a military encampment. This is not like an open camping trip, right? So what they've done is the flaps that are secured are completely secured. The flaps that are open, they tie down the bottoms, but the slit is still open. So what you do to go through it is you push the slit open and then you step through, but the bottom is still secured as well. Do you see what I mean? It's not like you're lifting a flap and just anything can come in at the bottom. You're actually stepping through it as opposed to stepping through it and over the bottom of it. So if you think of two flaps that hang from, the
I know.
The
I know.
tent
So
roof.
he doesn't see wind. He sees like the flap
He's-
moving. He
he
sees
sees
something moving
something-
through the thing.
that's secured and it actually has to open wide open to do it, which wouldn't normally do it. It's secured in a way that you can push through it easily, but it wouldn't move like that just from wind. It's not like a light linen cloth. So what do you think he might interpret that as besides something that obviously wouldn't move it like the wind? If you can make an argument, Yvonne, I'll let you do it. I'll let you roll to see if that happens. Otherwise, he's going to know something's up. I can
Maybe
tell
he
you're
thinks
stressed out.
maybe he thinks the queen is on her way out, or
Okay, but then like a second later, he's going to realize that's not true.
that maybe he needs to re-secure it because it must be loose.
It's not going to do that. So it's tied at the bottom
I
and the top.
know, I know, and it already looked pretty tight.
You-
And so
you
I
guys
moved
all
through. I
you
don't
guys
know.
all understand the
He's-
visuals, right? Everybody else understands
Yeah.
the visual here.
He's gonna have to
Does
check
it-
it out.
Does anybody not understand the visual? Okay.
I think he's gonna want to peek his head in and see what's going on.
Or he's like so on edge.
He takes out his sword and peeks in to see what's going on.
Let's roll some dice and see what happens. Who wants to roll? Yvonne, you can do it, or somebody else, or if you would rather somebody else do it.
Somebody else. I've obviously run out of my good rolls. Somebody else.
All right. Anybody want to volunteer before I voluntold somebody? I don't want to be the person who forces somebody to have a bad roll. So
But we cannot see the guard, right?
you don't even know what's going on. None of you are, unless she's telling you through the telepathic connection, which I don't think Yvonne
But I
said
would be
Cracker was
watching.
doing.
I'd be like, oh my god. Yeah, true, I
How can
wouldn't
you
see
see
that.
so far? First of all, you're inside
Yeah, I
the
wouldn't.
dome.
Okay, it was just a question.
You're inside the dome, so you can't leave the
don't
dome. Otherwise, the dome
understand
goes away.
I'm European.
Secondly, it's like 105 feet, which
Okay.
in darkness without dark vision, you can't see that far anyway. Even with dark vision, you can't see that far.
I mean, how am I going to know that he saw me?
How are you going to know that he saw you?
Yeah, I mean, I know I rolled a stealth 3, but I don't really know what, because I'm just going in. I
Yeah.
wouldn't know that he knows that he saw me yet.
He draws his sword immediately and
Hear
shouts
that.
for the other guards. There's something going on. Someone's entering the tent invisibly. And they all converge on your position. Did somebody use did I do that? Yvonne, have you left?
What?
Huh?
Maybe my roll
Is there
20
something there?
froze.
Okay.
I see your arrow, your path arrow still
Oh.
stuck there, but it may be
Weird.
that roll 20 is just had
I
a
don't
little
see it.
brain
Me
fart.
neither.
Okay, all right. I'm sure it's my fault.
It's your fault. And so's my bad roll. No, just kidding. Everything's your
He-
fault. I'm gonna die.
He steps in through the flaps. The other guards immediately converge, and it's 12
Can I s-
o'clock.
Oh,
Did you want to say something?
yeah. You hear, uh-oh.
Or you actually say uh-oh on top of that? Okay.
No, I send it. I send uh-oh telepathically back to Zenise.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So you send uh-oh, which now everybody kind of understands means maybe you're in trouble. And
I'm
let's
gonna
all roll
also say,
initiative.
"Uh-oh."
And we would also see that the guards would start to move, the ones in front. We can
You're
see out
s-
of the hut.
Yeah, okay. There's a little bit of light. It's pretty dark over there. How do you say uh-oh in Polish?
The same.
Ho ho.
But it's spelled with like a Z and a C and a K.
S, G, Z, Z.
The next tiefling word that Violet learns.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much. That was a fun planning session. You guys have a really nice plan here. Unfortunately, it got a little bit
Cracker.
got a little crackered. Yeah, we're gonna start making a verb. That was genuinely a very unlucky roll. Okay, but have a wonderful week. I shall see you all next Sunday, and we'll start the session with potential big combat, and Cracker may end up getting fireballed yet again.
Yeah.
But
I'm
at
good,
least this
Christy.
time, Lilith doesn't have the grounds for complaining that she didn't follow the plan. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And for those of you who are feeling a little bit under the weather, I hope everybody feels a lot better next week.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Bye.
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 Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.